Welcome to Nalla Narasimha Reddy Education Society's group of institutions, integrated campus, Hyderabad, structural engineering, reinforcement concrete. I'm Dr. A. Mehboob, Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. In previous videos, I explained about two-way slabs. Now, in this video, I'm going to explain design of two-way slabs, how to design. Slab thickness should be calculated from the bending moment. As I explained in previous videos, wherever value is more negative bending moment, that value will consider and will provide the reinforcement for maximum bending moment. Okay. Here mu equal to k fck b square. Now this KFCK already we learned in the beams also. This depend upon the type of reinforcement and grade of concrete. And total thickness is equal to shorter side. This, as you know, effective depth plus 0.5 of diameter, that is maybe 10 mm by 2 or 12 mm by 2, whatever may be the diameter used in the reinforcement in the slab, plus cover. Okay, generally what is the cover we are going to provide? Generally 20 mm we will provide in the slabs. Okay, so similarly for a longer direction you will have 0.5 that by 2, that is reinforcement, second reinforcement, that may be 10 mm, 12 mm or 8 mm, plus pi 1 is this is shorter span diameter plus cover. So this is total thickness. This is the way we have to calculate. If you see this is a long shorter span, this is bars alternative or alternative bend up, and one straight, two sides bend up, you can do in whatever you want. This is the typical plan of two-way slab. The main reinforcement here at the bottom. If you see, as I explained to you this regarding. See here, this one is the main reinforcement. The dotted is longitudinal reinforcement. That is a longer span reinforcement, main reinforcement. Shorter span reinforcement is shown at the bottom, and longer span, this is if you see cross section of the shorter span, you are able to see this reinforcement. See here, alternative bend up bars are alternative straight and alternative bend up both sides. This is the typical cross section of shorter span direction, right? Similarly, if you see this longer span, if you see this section, if you see these are main reinforcement, shorter direction, and these are longer direction. Okay, so this is the difference between reinforcement in longer and shorter span. Okay, and thickness is also one of the important point is deflection. What is the simply supported beams? You have to consider deflection ratio is 28 for continuous, 32 as per IS 456. And depth of slab is selected from deflection criterion will be generally greater than the minimum required from the strength of criterion. So always deflection is critical, and it will be the thickness will be more. Shorter span steel will be placed at lower layer, as I explained, as shown in the previous figure. Now restraint moments are obtained from the middle strips only. The reinforcement is distributed uniformly in the middle strips. So each direction is provided only with minimum reinforcement placed at the bottom of the slabs. Okay, as the maximum bending moment and tension will be at the middle strip only. In addition, corner steel reinforcement should be provided at the discontinuous edge if they are unrestrained. Okay, there is not fixed at the edges. Corner reinforcement consists of two mats and is given by IS 456 and X by Y direction. Minimum torsion reinforcement you have to provide, that is depend upon the condition. The area of full torsion reinforcement per unit on each the four layer should be, if there is no is a simply supported slab, 3/4 area required for the maximum span per width in each 4 layer. Maximum span area required steel 3/4 at the top you have to plan for mesh is a torsion steel. These steel are provided for a distance 1/5 of shorter span. See, if you see this one, in this way you have to provide it. This is the 3/4 of steel you have to provide at the top of your corner strap. Okay, corners are not held down, corners held down, right? This is corners are held down. In the case of restraint to a slab, the edges are restrained to beams. Okay, now here if you see IS 456, if you see here, you observe this one. Say I explained, this is the middle strip. This is a middle strip. Here middle strip, right? 3/4, right? This is the middle strip. Edge strip is Ly/8. This is important question for your competitive examination. And 3/4 of Ly or Lx. Here, if you see this one, Lx, 3/4 Lx is middle strip. Edge strips are Lx/8. Okay, and this is the given by IS 456 in simply supported slabs. And this I want to explain one more here. If you see table 26, there are interior plans. Here there are different types of panels and movements considered. One short edge continuous, negative movement continuous, positive movement mid span, longer span always constant Ly/Lx. This is a shorter span coefficient alpha x Ly/Lx. So from this one you can interpolate what you get percentage of alpha x and alpha y, and from this table we are going to calculate alpha x and alpha y. So there are 9 types of conditions given in this table, and alpha x given percentage Ly/Lx and Ly/Lx for this alpha y. Alpha y is same for irrespective of your percentage. Okay, this is for interior spans. So this is will vary. Okay, here only for constant, right? This is alpha y you will get here, alpha x will get here. As I explained, the moment mx equal to alpha x w Lx square. Here alpha x is calculated from this table, and alpha y is calculated, that is my equal to alpha y Lx w Lx square. So Ly/Lx, this is nothing but alpha y. So movement of y direction we are going to calculate. Okay, so in this way we have to calculate maximum reinforcement. What you get, that we have to provide 3/4 of the slab, right? What is the difference between the restrained and simply supported slab? Restrained slab, corners are not held down means that is simply supported slab. Restrained means corners are held down. Okay, and when slab is loaded, corners are lifted up. See, whenever in middle if you have a load, the edges will be lift. See, if you see this plan, suppose if you see what is the meaning, if you see this slab, if there is a load, see slightly you will see a deflection. If it is not corner held down, the slab will move like this. Okay, so again this will be held down. So here, to avoid this deflection, we have to provide additional torsional reinforcement. At corners, torsion reinforcement is produced. So tension reinforcement is not here required and here not required. Edge strips are not provided, edge strips are provided. So design as per class. Continuous slabs over 4 edges. When slab is continuous overall 4 edges, reinforcement is providing along middle strip and over continuous edge. Torsion reinforcement is not provided in this kind of slabs. In continuous slabs, torsion reinforcement is not. In simply supported, you have to provide it like this. This is an example of two-way slab where lift is there, right? Two-way simply supported graph. This is one how to design two-way simply supported slab. Here from here you have to calculate alpha x, alpha y. You have to calculate mx and my. Mx equal to as discussed w alpha x w lx square and my equal to alpha x w ly square. So in this way we have to calculate mx and my, right? So from these tables we'll calculate and we'll design as per the design codes. These are the simply supported slabs and continuous slabs. See, always this is the very important table for you: bending moment of regular span support on 4 sides with provision of torsion corners. This is a direct table: bending moment coefficients 2 directions for simply supported 4 sides where corners are not allowed. Here conditions may be different. For middle strip you don't have here negative this 4 sides continuous means you have different values. Okay, see here you have there are 9 types of interior plans. Okay, now you will get negative and positive moment. Whichever more value alpha x, you will get more moment. For that one you have to calculate area of reinforcement and we have to provide in the shorter span and here from this value longer span. So in this way we have to calculate and we have to design the two-way slab, whether it is continuous or simply supported or discontinuous one edges or two edges. Okay, and we'll see one problem on two-way slab. With that we complete this unit. Thank you. I will end this section.